So as Brandon makes his way up here, he also founded his company coming out of COVID. And I've watched his YouTube video, and it's a really interesting story. These guys had no jobs, and they didn't know what they were doing, but now they're experts at what they're doing, and I'm really excited to hear this story. So James, take it away.
Absolutely. So first of all, very happy to be here with you today, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's awesome.
Yeah, so I wanted to start off by asking, you said, you and your partner, that you guys are going to be bringing dignity back to blue-collar services. What does that mean for people out there?
Yeah, so basically the whole thesis behind that statement is the service business we felt was broken. We felt like it's so hard to get service people, whether it's your plumber, your electrician, whatever it is, to get to your house, to show up on time, to do what they say they're going to do. It seemed like everybody we talked to and interviewed had a nightmare blue-collar story. And so when we say we're bringing dignity back into blue-collar, we're going to do two things. We're going to show up on time, we're going to do what we say we're going to do, and then we're going to have a brand. You see the hat, all of our guys wear uniforms up and down South Congress, all over Austin, but we're going to have a brand that's tied to flipping the script on blue-collar and telling a different story, that these jobs matter, and that without blue-collar in our city would be a total disaster. So we really believe that in our hearts, and that's what it's all about, bringing dignity back.
Now, when most people think about like a window company, right, they're not thinking that it's very exciting. So
very boring, yes.
Right, but how did you grow this company to 7 figures?
So we grew up by one window at a time is really the answer. Carter and I started this thing. We were in his 2004 Chevy Tahoe, and we drove around town. We door knocked again. We got told no, and we just kept pushing through. And so if you're out there and you're trying to start a business, whether it's a boring business like window cleaning or a cool tech company like Mark's Tech Company, it's one day at a time. And I would just say we just kept taking that next step, that next house, that next big project, and slowly but surely we get to that $1 million mark.
Yeah, but you guys have been growing rapidly since 2020.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys are implementing that has enabled that rapid growth over the last couple of years?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing that enables our growth is people. So you can grow your business a lot of ways, but if we want to scale it across the country, you can grow it corporately, or you can grow it via franchising. We chose the franchise model because we believe that we want to empower owners. And so much of our story is we were working in 9-to-5 jobs where we kind of just felt stuck. I don't know if anyone here is in a 9-to-5 and it feels like you're firing at like 50% capacity or bandwidth of what you have up there in your brain. And so we're basically trying to get people out of that and into a career. And again, it's not rocket science, it's a boring business, but we're trying to jazz it up and get them out of that boring 9-to-5 where they're not using their whole brain and get them to be the leader. And so by choosing good franchisees, and really by them choosing us, they have an ownership mentality, and not just the mentality, but they're an actual owner. So they own a Pink's business in Dallas, in Fort Worth, in Orange Beach, Alabama, and California, wherever they're at, and they own the business. And so we chose to empower owners to scale our business.
Right. Now, I don't think many people realize this, but the people that actually work inside of your company that are going to do these jobs, you have this like retro 1950s aesthetic that you kind of put on when you're going to these different, can you kind of describe that aesthetic for people?
Yeah, honestly, I should have wore the uniform, so my fault. Picture's worth 1,000 words, but basically, Dickies from head to toe, white Dickies fit with the Pink's logo and then your personal name. And basically the whole thought was to bring it back to the good old days. And I feel like in the old days, people knew who their plumbers were. They knew the milkman. And there was this like pride in coming into people's homes and serving their community. And we feel like that pride is lost. So we wanted to like get the uniform right. Also, when you're wearing a good looking uniform and you're cleaning windows, it gets people asking the question, you know, what do you do? Or how can I get you to come to my house or to my business or to my office? And so the business grew a lot by just wearing the uniform. For the longest time, my business partner, Carter, he's a style guy. If it were up to me, I'd be wearing Crocs and cargo shorts every day to clean windows because it's Austin, it's hot. But Carter's like, no, we have to protect the brand at all costs. We're gonna wear the uniform. We're gonna tuck in the shirt. And we're gonna have this culture where all of our guys are gonna wanna do the same thing. And so the uniform is extremely important, and it just builds trust with customers all over the city and now all over the country.
Right. So branding's been very important for you guys.
Oh, it's been huge. And I remember a mentor a long time ago said that protect your brand, because a brand it's all you got. And if your brand is watered down, or if it's not what you want it to be, then customers won't relate or respond. So we're all about branding, and our brand message and our strategy is simple. We look at all of our competitors. You look at their Instagrams, you look at their websites, and we just chose to kind of just do the exact opposite of them and kind of go against the grain and have a fun brand and try to get people thinking about window cleaning that have never thought about it in their entire lives. Honestly, before Pinks, I never thought about window cleaning. I just thought the windows just clean themselves. But the goal is just to put the brand, whether it's in Hitman, the movie on Netflix, or with a Dickies collab that's coming out soon, just put the brand where people would think to, where people would think of it not to be, really.
Right. But you guys recently have landed some of the biggest possible clients that you can get in the city of Austin. For those of you who don't know, some of his clients are the Moody Center,
Yep.
the Q2 Arena, which is Austin FC Stadium.
Yep.
Talk to us real quick about what it was like to land those clients. What was that process like of reaching out to those Sharks?
Right. So it's so funny. The Moody Center is one of my favorite stories because we know some people at the top of Moody Center. And so we were trying to work it from the top and try to, trickle it down to whoever the maintenance director is. But how we got that deal was not from the top down. It was actually from the maintenance director getting on Google, finding Pinks, saying, oh, this website's easy to use, called our phone number, and we answered the phone. And so many times in the service business, it's really hard to get the plumber or the window cleaner or the lawn guy just to pick up the phone and say, what's up? And so we just answer the phone, and that's how we got that. The Q2 one, we reached out via cold email. So we always use clients, and we leverage clients to try to get bigger and better clients. Hey, Q2, we clean the Moody Center and Circuit of the Americas. How about we come clean your stadium as well? And so they actually responded, thankfully.
Credibility matters.
It matters a lot, absolutely.
And I want to end off by asking how much of a role has faith played in your success with your business partner, and how important has that been for you in being able to grow this company to the point that it is now?
Oh, faith is everything. Jesus is king, and something my uncle told me a long time ago is there's no such thing as a self-made person, a self-made millionaire, self-made billionaire. It's like, I didn't bring myself into this world. I didn't teach myself to read. I see my two parents sitting right there. They impacted me so much. Mark McLean, who's about to be up here, his son mentored and discipled me. And so without mentors and discipleship and really just Jesus divinely making all of it happen, there's no Pinks, there's no School of Hard Knocks, there's no nothing. So faith truly is why we do what we do. And it gives us amazing purpose. I think before I read Every Good Endeavor, I thought faith in the marketplace simply meant just sharing the gospel with your coworkers and with your clients. And what we realized is it is that, but it's also the work itself. We love cleaning windows because we believe that God is taking care of our city through our hard work. We clean the windows, and now, the mom has a clean house and she's proud of her house. The office worker has a clean space to work at. And so we believe that in any job you work, God is loving your fellow employees, your customers, through your hard work. And so to us, faith is everything, and we're so grateful that the good Lord brought us all here today.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being with us, man. We really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for what you do.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Brandon.